Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. First one back for the new year. We do have a bit of a glitch going on, so I'm just screenshotting a person that's doing our codes, our comments tonight, so that we can get it working again. But how's everybody's new year and Christmas? Was it fun? What did you do? I worked a lot of Christmas, and then I went to my sister's for lunch, and then it was my birthday and I went to the races and did all sorts of things. It was great fun, but I am still tired now. Hi, Patrick. Thank you for joining. Happy New Year. Hi, Trish. Thank you for joining. So tonight we've got Cornell and Carr joining us. They've had a pretty exciting year so far, so we want to hear all about that and what's coming ahead. We might welcome Matt and Mike into the room.
Hi, Danny.
Good evening, Danny. How are you?
Good evening.
I'm great. How are you guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Hello, Mike.
To you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it was New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. So I haven't had a birthday this year yet.
Wow, incredible.
But, getting old.
Are we all?
Yeah, that's fine. At least we can say we're still here after last year. So what have you guys been doing? Because we haven't heard from you guys a lot in the last 18 months. What's been happening for you?
Oh, geez, where do you start? Where do you start? Yeah, look, I think, last year for so many people, not just in Australia, but around the world, it was, crazy times, tough times. But yeah, it just sort of feels like the industry is just starting to warm up again, but we're still got a long road ahead of us, Danny. I think COVID's still going to be interfering this year. It already has for me. So, yeah, we're just going to try and it's just a day-by-day thing at the moment for all of us,
Yeah, I mean, you guys have kept working together and you're in separate states. How have you both managed that?
Well, it's kind of good because I don't actually like Mike, so it's good that he's in a different state and I don't have to see him that much.
Yeah, look, Dan, it's interesting because you sort of like do with what you got to, what you dealt with, the hand you dealt with. And, but, Matty moved up to Queensland a long time before all of that happened. So we were already being, distant, long-distance relationship, as some would say in the romantic comedy scene. But we found it like, pretty much the same as business as usual. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Mike? What have you done to keep yourself entertained through COVID?
I've been doing a lot of magic. Yeah, linking rings, stuff like that. No, I'm just kidding. I've been writing a lot of songs down. So the piano's always here in the studio, and just been writing a lot of songs. Been spending a lot of time with the family, and pondering my future. And I've been saying a lot. Oh no, I won't say that. But I've been having a good time though. To be honest with you, having a great time.
It didn't slow you down.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I mean, for the 2 hours I was awake every day, it didn't slow me down.
I was going to say, Mike doesn't move that fast to begin with, so it didn't really slow him down much at all.
Same pace. Now, you guys started off this year with pretty special on the charts. First number one for 2021. Congratulations. How did you feel after so long being between releases and that? Releasing on New Year's Eve or first day of the year, that was a big decision to start with.
It was kind of a relief as much as it was a joy, because we'd just from the recording of the song and dealing with border closures and all this sort of stuff, it was a relief to finally get it out. But personally, I was doing a gig. I was singing away and sort of checking my phone in between. So it was a bit of a high and low for us because the chart position was really good, but our video that was meant to go live the night on New Year's Eve, for some reason, Facebook censored it or partially muted it. So for the first 24 hours, it was a bit anxious because we wanted the world to see the video when the song came out, but it wouldn't play properly. So it was a bit of an anticlimax in some ways, but for us to get the number one was really good for us, but the number 4 on the all genres chart, that was a bit of a surprise for us. And so yeah, a real positive way to start the new year after the year that we had last year.
And what made you choose the first? Was there a reason behind that, or it just?
Well, it was our manager, Dicko. We have our group chats every week. He just suggested it one day. It was just a typical Dicko, true to form. We were just having a conversation. He's like, what if we release this single on New Year's Eve? How do you feel about that? And we were like, you know what? It's a great idea. Like, no one sort of butted heads on it. Straight away, we went, we love it. And the song, it's poignant for sort of what's happened, the last 12 months. Like Mike and I just went, I love it. New Year's Eve, let's do it. So, it's worked for us so far.
It has. People are probably going to start doing the same thing next year.
Yeah, but they won't be able to afford to let off a bunch of firecrackers on the Sydney Harbour Bridge like we did for the release of ours. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that was something very special that we did.
Very expensive, but well worth it.
Well worth it. So tell us a bit about writing this song. I know that you've had a few other songs in the go. Tell us about writing this one and why you've chosen this single for now.
I guess having a lot of time to write songs over the last 12 months, I've had a lot of ideas. Maddie's had a lot of ideas. This one was seemed to make the most sense. This song that we'd written to release at the time we did. We were always a bit hesitant about it, to be honest with you, Danny, because we thought, people have heard enough about all this stuff. It's been around down their throats all year. But the song to us is really a song of hope more than anything. It's a realization of not just what's been happening this year, but what's been happening for decades, where how crazy is this actual world that we live in? There's so many stupid things. Another stupid thing happened today. People are watching the news, but it's stupid things are happening constantly. And we see it all evolving in front of us, on Facebook and etc. like that. And you just sit there shaking your head, going, well, is this a joke or is this true? So I guess that's what it is. And Maddie and I we love having a laugh about stuff, and I think the key to it is if you got to laugh about this stuff, you really do have to have a laugh at it every now and then, because if it gets too serious, it can bog you down. You get bogged down.
Well, we often say, Danny, we take our music seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously, and that's how we are.
It's how you roll. I mean, it's been such a long time, you guys coming, but I mean, this song is so different to your last album. Is this sort of just you guys changing as you go, or is it something that just happened? Were we aiming for something so different?
We did want to try something different at the time, and again, this was when we were in lockdown, borders were closed, and everything was happening. So we wanted to try something a little different, but I think that's the beautiful thing about country music in 2021, in this day and age, that it's quite a broad genre now. If you've only got to watch CMT or listen to Kicks or Triple M Country or just stuff that's coming out of America, there's such a broad what's deemed as country now is quite broad. So on this song we've got horns, we've got saxophone and French horn and things like that. We've never had that kind of thing going on in any of our songs before. So there's no rules. I think to us, what makes a song country is the story you tell, the lyrics, and so yeah, it's a very different sound to our first record.
Plus, yeah. I've been having French horn lessons for about 3 weeks, so I wanted to put a bit of French horn in there.
Thank God we got someone else to play French horn for the song.
No, it's all me.
Oh, didn't quite cut the.
No, what hat are you wearing, Mike? I'm trying to work out what your cap is. What is it?
Adidas.
A new cap. It's Adidas or Adidas.
But you don't play any sport, so why are you wearing an Adidas hat?
Yeah, but I do admire sports people.
Okay, that works.
This was a gift for Christmas from my young 12-year-old stepson, and he said to me tonight,
"Coops,
can you wear your hat in the interview?" And I said, "Of course I will." So there you go.
There you go. Hi, Cooper, if you're watching, buddy.
He's watching.
He's probably not.
You can put a wave to us, Cooper, if you're there.
Now he's sitting there with a voodoo doll of me sticking pins in it as we speak.
Got the same hat on it and all.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the film clip, because obviously, unfortunately, it didn't quite get it out on time, but you did get it up and running pretty quickly. Tell us about making that and where that all developed.
Well, Mike can probably answer that question, because due to border closures, we couldn't be in the video, so we came up with this concept idea. But Mike, tell us about the shooting of What Kind of World, seeing that I wasn't there.
Well, you were in spirit, but the reason we did it, we wanted to use Jay Seeney from Blacklist Productions, and Jay lives in Western Sydney, so it was up to me to get it happening. And a friend of mine who's a great comedian, lives up on the Central Coast. His name's Carr. Check him out; he's hilarious.
Carr MC.
Yeah, I met him years ago at a comedy show, and we became friends. So I just rang him up and said, did he want to do this role, and he jumped on board. So it was all done in front of green screen. If you watch the video, you'll notice that. But on the day, it was just like I just had a whole box of stuff that I just kept throwing at him, and but we spent a bit of time. We all spent a bit of time between Maddie, I, and Dicko, just, getting the script together, what we wanted to say, and not make it too political, not make it too religious, not make it too slanderous. Yeah. We didn't want to offend anyone, so it's just an observation from our point of view, and it pretty much came together like on the one day. We all filmed it all, and then Jay did his magic and put it all together, and voila! New Year's Eve, no one could watch it.
No, yeah, Facebook thought that you didn't own it and silenced you. But it's up now and people can see it. So where should they go to see it? It's on YouTube.
Well, at the moment, Danny, we haven't actually put it on YouTube. So we want people to get over to our Facebook page, Cornell and Carr, and that's where they can see the clip. In the coming days, I'm going to be putting it on Instagram, on YouTube, and all those usual things. But for now, head to our Facebook page and like it while you're there. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And hopefully Blacktown Drive-In, they'll be showing it. So
yeah, that's. We weren't going to tell people about that, Mike. You just ruined it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That's it.
Mask. That's it. So are you in the hot spot where you are, Mike? Are you in one of the hot spots?
Well, no, they called it a cluster. Now, growing up, if we went to the bakery and bought a cluster of bread, it was at least a dozen rolls. According to the COVID officials, a cluster is 6 people who all live in one house. So unfortunately, for about 2 days, we were all believing that this suburb that I live in Sydney, Croydon, they called the Croydon cluster, was a thing. And it actually was, but it turns out that it was actually in the suburb next to us at Croydon Park.
Well, when I heard that there was this thing called the Croydon cluster, I thought it was a vicious gang that was going around terrorising people. That's what it sounded like, the Croydon cluster.
So no, but to answer your question, Danny, no, look, there's a few cases in Sydney, but they're really nowhere near us, and they haven't been for the whole time. I live in, so, but we've been very careful. I've been washing my hands and not breathing on anyone and not letting anyone breathe on me. And my wife and I have been sleeping in separate beds, and so we're pretty good. It's been pretty good.
Been sleeping much better, I'll bet.
No, I missed the spoon.
Oh, that's very sweet, Mike.
Lovely. Yeah, he's winning points. He's trying to get points here. So tell us a little bit about what's coming up for you guys. Start of the year, I know obviously plans can change at the moment, but have you got more singles to come? Are you planning on any shows that obviously might go ahead? We don't know yet. But
in regards to shows, it's just going to be, we're going to be monitoring the situation, so to speak. Yeah. We've got Country Rocks coming up. 27th of March that weekend with the Wolf Brothers and a host of other acts that are on. So hopefully that's still going ahead. We were opening for Adam Brand, Tasmania down there, 12, 13, 14, Cornell and Carr. But I think Mike, because he's got cooties, and the gangs around where he is, the Croydon cluster, I don't think he's going to be coming. So I'll probably do those shows. I'll do those shows without Mike. So it's just going to be Cornell. And
yeah.
Are you coming, Mike?
Yeah, look, see, this is what I can't stand about bloody Queenslanders, all right? They sit up there in their little hole telling everyone how they think it all works. They close their borders there, but they have no clue. They don't actually get on and read anything about what's actually happening. They just sit up there going,
cut to the chase, Mike. Are you coming to Tasmania?
Yes, of course.
It's been advertised.
Okay, cool.
It's been
great.
There's only one show advertised at the moment, but it has been advertised that you are coming.
Oh, well, that's good. Oh, good on you, Mike. I thought it was going to be very lonely without you, but I'm glad you're coming. So we've got that, and then to answer your other question, yes, in regards to songs, we're back in the studio late February with Matt Phil recording a couple more songs. So our plan this year, Danny, is to be releasing more music. And on the show front, well, we were meant to be touring with Adam Brand most of last year, but then he had problems with his voice. Then COVID hit, someone ate a bat. And so this year, hopefully, we're going to be out there with Adam doing some shows. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure you'll at least get a few in, because I know there are a few scheduled that are still going ahead. So
yeah.
Fingers crossed. People just need to keep a bit of an eye on your Facebook page and on both of your individual Facebook pages as well, to see where you're at and what you're doing. Have you got your next single planned? Have you chosen that one yet, or is that still up in the air?
No, we have actually
chosen.
And it's called. Sorry, there's a problem with my microphone.
Mic again, yeah.
Yeah. No, we've picked the next single, and Mike and we're going to. I think tomorrow, Mike, aren't we doing a little write? We're going to have a little write via FaceTime tomorrow, and tidy up a few things. But yeah, we've basically picked the next two singles, hopefully. So watch this. As busy
year. So down the track, when we're looking at maybe another album.
Yeah, well, it just depends. We'll wait and see. But we're a chance of having an album the end of this year. But we'll definitely be releasing a couple more singles.
Excellent! Can't wait. Well, I know that you've got you've been busy actually. Before we go, cooking. You've been doing a lot of cooking on Facebook and all these things.
I have been doing. Oh, sorry, Maddie.
Yes. Matt learns from you, right, Mike? That's what
he taught me everything I know.
Everything he knows.
Yeah. What's been going on there? I mean, is that?
Can I just say, I'll get back to my cooking in a minute. But when Mike went on one of the very early dates with his now wife, his beautiful wife Lisa, he said, I've got to cook dinner. What am I going to cook? And I basically gave him a recipe and gave him, all the tips. And apparently he nailed it. And so much so that he's never cooked since. But he did really good. Apparently, he's like, no. His wife said, no, he nailed it. But look, for me, Danny, I live on my own up here, and cooking sort of keeps me company. I do love doing it. And during the lockdown period, for me, I think every artist on the planet that had Facebook was doing live shows and all that sort of stuff. That wasn't really interesting me at all at the time. I just wanted to do something a little different, and for me it was sharing my love of food and doing some instructional videos. I did a live cook along one night for fun. So yeah, it was just a way for me to keep myself occupied, but people seem to be enjoying it, so maybe I'll do a bit more.
Why not? I mean, you could cook for us when you come to Tassie. That'd be great.
Hey, look, if Brandy and if you get us near a kitchen, we'll happily cook. Mike's actually going to do a series as well, How Not to Cook with Mike Carr.
Mark, I can give you a hand if you like.
I avoid it. I avoid everything like that. Like
you can wash up.
Ironing. I do wash up.
He makes a really good coffee. Makona Classic 5, isn't it, Mike? You've got to make it a...
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Well, I reckon we could arrange a kitchen down here, probably even the food to go in it. So we will see what we can do. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, where's the best place to keep following you all? Facebook, Instagram?
You look.
Well, yeah,
Facebook.
We're there. We're everywhere on Facebook, social media, Instagram, TikTok, Tinder. Where else? That's just you, Matt. But definitely our website, Danny, www.cornellandcarr.com. That's the one. That's
wonderful. I'm pretty sure Beck's already onto that by the look of her looking at us. So jump there. Have you got any merch available at the moment? Is the original album?
Just the original album. Our first album, We Go Way Back, is still available on our website. For those people that are old school and like physical albums and like it signed, you just go to our website and you can purchase an album. But we will have more merch items this year. As more shows get booked, we're working on some merch. We've got some Mike Carr undies at the moment that we're working on.
Merchandise too we're going to get rid of. So Wayne Cornell, what is it? Young at Heart.
Young at Heart. There you go.
Maddie's dad, Maddie's father. So
we'll have to he can pay us for that plug, Mike.
Yeah. Hit him up for that. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us again. I know you guys have had lots of interviews and things going on lately, so thank you for your time. When you're down here in Tassie, we will do some more chatting and do a bit of it.
Are you coming to the show when we're down there in Feb?
Yeah, I'll be at both of them, so I'll be there.
You know, Danny, I'm actually going to be at Taswegian in about a year and a half, 2 years.
I did hear that you were heading this way.
Yes,
down south.
We have a little house down there at Beauty Point.
Oh,
and, we will be moving down there as soon as we can.
Well,
basically, Mike's just trying to get further and further away from me.
It is the best state. It is the best state in Australia.
I love it. It's great.
I love Tassie. It's one of my favourite places to visit. It's beautiful.
Yes. And we have good cheese and good gin.
You got good everything. Good beer,
exactly.
because it's the water down there is really good. All the produce in Tassie is good.
It's perfect.
And I love when I get time when I'm down there, just going down to Salamanca and just checking out some of those places to eat.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. So I've already got a bedroom ready at Mike's place, so I can go down there and annoy him and his wife Lisa.
We might have to do a little trip around all the little places and do some Facebook food testing.
Absolutely.
All the cheese. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I will talk to you again very soon. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll be back next Thursday, with another show at 7 o'clock.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you both, and we'll see you all next time.
See you guys.